Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss writing messages. Students, you know very well that telephone is an instant means of communication. If we want to give any message to our friend, to a relative, or to anybody, we just make a call and give the message. It's a two-way traffic. Means somebody is calling and somebody is listening and conveying the message to the person concerned. As the letter is not available at the moment, so the person receiving the call writes it down to be passed on the person for whom the message is meant. This is for the sake of accuracy. Now try to understand. The telephone bell rang in your home, at your home, and the phone is for your father, and the phone is from uncle, but the father is not at home, so you pick up the phone. So uncle gave the message that our meeting is postponed, so you give message to your father. So you said okay, but by mistake, by chance, you have to go some outside and you have sent a written message for your father. That uncle gave the message, the meeting has been postponed. So when we write the message, there are three persons. Number one, who has made the telephone call. Number two, who has received the telephone call. And number three, for whom the call was there. Just as we have three people, as we have discussed earlier, uncle, father, and you. Uncle made a call for the father, but father was not at home, so you received the phone and you take the message from uncle. But due to some urgent work, you have to go out of the house, so you send a written message for your father. So are you getting my point? Three persons are there when we write the message. One is the person who is giving the message, another is a person who is receiving the message, and the third one for whom the message is there. Okay, now see, on number 2 point, you see the following points should be noted while writing the message. Number 1, write the name of the persons for whom the message is meant. Write the message legibly, clearly, and accurately. We have not to add our points, no, only to the point. Whatever message is there, we have to give only that. Then mention the name of the person who has telephoned, means who made the call. Then don't miss any important point of the message. Stick to the word limit. The message should not be very much lengthy. It is always 30 to 40 words. Put your signature under the message. Means the person who is writing the message, his signature will be downside. So try to understand with the help of the example. You see the example. Read the following telephone conversation between Purnima and Manjeet. Purnima is about to leave home and will not be able to meet Lata. She leaves a message for her. Write this message using not more than 40 words. Now first of all, see how many persons' names have come here. So it is Purnima, Manjeet, and Lata. So see here, conversation between Purnima and Manjeet. Who are talking? Purnima and Manjeet are talking on the phone, and Purnima is about to leave. Now due to some urgent work, Purnima is going out of the house and she will leave the message for Lata. So what do you understand? Manjeet has given message for Lata. And who received that message? It's Purnima. So Purnima is leaving the written message for Lata. So I think this is clear. And now you see Purnima. Let us read it. Hello, Manjeet. Could I speak to Lata? I am her friend Manjeet. Purnima. She isn't at home. She has gone to attend a relative's marriage. Manjeet. When will she be back? Purnima. Within an hour or so. Manjeet. Could you please tell her on her return that I am coming to see her at 6 p.m.? Purnima. You are most welcome to our place, but are you coming on some specific purpose? Manjeet. Yes, I would like to consult her about the subjects I should take up in the next class. She is my senior. Purnima. I see. Well, I am leaving for my office in about 15. See the next page. In about 15 minutes, so I shan't be able to convey your message to Lata. Anyway, I will leave it for her in writing. Manjeet. Thank you so much. So we have read the message, and first of all we have also discussed that the three people are there and they are Purnima, Manjeet and Lata. So who has given the message? Who has given? It is Manjeet. And who has received the message? Purnima. And the message is for Lata. So first of all we have to select the lines of the message, that which lines we have to give in the message. Now you see here, so we have to find out what are the main lines. It is a dialogue of Manjeet. Could you please tell her on her return that I am coming to see her at 6 p.m. So it's the important line. Then, yes, I would like to consult her about the subjects I should take up in the next class. She is my senior. So these are the main points that we have to take in our message. Now you see on the top. See on the top, it is written. You see now. So first of all, we have to make a box on our notebook. See, as in red color, you see one box is there in which the message is written. I think it is clear to all. Yeah. So then after making the box, we have to write message in capitals. MESSAGE, message in capital letters. Right? Then on the right hand side, the date and time. On the right hand side, the date and time. The date may be any. The date may be any as per your choice, as per the need, and the time also. So first of all we have made the box, then we have written message on the top, then date and time. Then for whom the message is there, it is for Lata. We can write dear Lata, we can write simple Lata. Okay. Then who made telephone? It was Manjeet. So there was a telephone call from your friend Manjeet. She wants to see you today at 6 p.m. So it was there in the message. There was a telephone call for you from your friend Manjeet, and she wants to see you today at 6 p.m. She is coming to consult you about the subjects she should take up in the next class. This message was given by Manjeet? Yes, it's right. The same message was given, and who is the writer? It's Purnima. So Purnima is written downside and the box is closed. You see very carefully. First of all, we have to make the box. Then write message in capital letters. On the right hand side, date and time. On the left hand side, Dear Lata, or only Lata we can write. Then we have to tell that first line we have to tell from whom the message has come, as it is the name of Manjeet. Be very careful while writing the message that the three names will be there. Number one, on the top it is the name of Lata because the message is for Lata. Second number, who has given the message? Manjeet has given the message, and downside is the writer of the message. Okay? So Lata, there was a telephone call from your friend Manjeet. She wants to see you today at 6 p.m. She is coming to consult you about the subjects she should take up in the next class. And in the end, Purnima. You see message in one line, then next line date, next line time, and next line Dear Lata, and the next line is the body of the message and then subscription. So I think it is clear to you how to write a message. Okay. Now, tomorrow we shall discuss some unsolved exercises are there. So we shall discuss them and you try them at home. One we are doing today and another you will do in the homework. You read number 1 as it is. Read the following telephonic conversation between Ranju and Manju. See the names of the girls carefully. Ranju and Manju. Ranju is about to leave office and will not be able to meet Renu. 3 names have come: Ranju, Manju and Renu. So who is going to office? Ranju, and she will not be able to meet Renu. She leaves a message for her. Write the message using not more than 40 words. Okay? So 3 people are Ranju, Manju and Renu. The message is for Renu. Ranju will write and Manju has given the message. Okay? Now see what is there. Ranju. Hello. Manju. Could I speak to Renu? I am Manju. Ranju. She isn't in her seat. She has gone out. I am Ranju, her colleague. Any message for her? Manju. Please tell her that my brother has been admitted to Kapoor Hospital, which is adjacent to her house. She should meet me there in room number 5 of the surgery ward. Ranju. Okay, but I will be leaving the office before Renu may come. Ranju. Okay, so I will leave your message for her in writing. Manju. Thank you. Ranju, you are welcome. So 3 persons we have identified that they are Ranju, Manju and Renu. And what is the message? Please tell her that my younger brother has been admitted to Kapoor Hospital, which is adjacent to her house. She should meet me there in room number 5 of the surgery ward. Okay, this is the message only we have to give. Now, who will write? Who is the writer? Ranju. For whom the message is there? Renu. And who has given the message? Manju. So on the top, whose name will be there? The name of Renu. You see, as upside we have written message, date, time, and in place of dear Lata, what we will write? Renu. There was a telephone call from your friend. What is the name of the friend? Manju. She gave the message that her younger brother has been admitted to Kapoor Hospital, which is adjacent to your house. You should meet her there in room number 5 of the surgery ward. And the message is finished, and downside who will write the name? Ranju. Downside name is Ranju, and the message box is closed. I think it's clear to you. So we should be careful that whose name should be on the top, means for whom the message is there, who is giving the message, who is receiving the message, and who is writing the message. We should be very much particular about these things, and then we should write the message. Okay, so you try to solve message number 1 and 2 in your revision register, and tomorrow we shall discuss them again. Okay, it's bye for today.